Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm so excited to do, one of my favorite videos to create. This is my recommendations for the Sephora Holiday Savings event, which starts the day this video is going live for Rouge members, which is Friday, November 5th. I'm gonna go through my tippy top favorites, the products that I recommend you add to your cart for this sale. I have some new products, I have some old holy grails that I'm gonna be putting in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and link everything for the Sephora sale down below, all of the different dates. Like I said, it starts today, which is Friday, November 5th for Rouge members to get 20% off. Also, the Sephora collection is going to be 30% off, I believe, the entire time during all of the different dates for the sale. So that is something to check out also. So again, all that information is going to be in my description box. Before I jump into my tippy top recommendations, let me show you my outfit of the day. So today I just have on these like mauve trousers from Express. I got these several years ago. I wore these to an Ipsy like many years ago in New York. So I have these on, and then this top here, which I believe I got from Laura's Boutique, and it's just been a favorite shirt of mine for a really long time. I've worn it several times in my videos, but today was actually a really fun day. I got to meet up with Leora and also Leah Janae. So they are visiting, Leora from New York, Leah from Iowa. They are visiting Las Vegas. So I went to Cafe Lola with them this morning and had a coffee and a little croissant, had a little photo shoot at Cafe Lola because it's like super cute, very Instagrammable. And so I just got back from hanging out with them and it was so fun. We laughed the whole time. We talked about a little bit of everything, personal lives, YouTube stuff. We had fun taking each other's photos and group photos, and it was such a good time. I love to be able to meet people. I've met Leora and Leah before, both in New York at Ipsy events, but it was really fun to have a more like intimate conversation with the two of them, and it was such a fun time. It was such a fun time. I love that I live somewhere now where people visit because then I get to see them. So that was really fun for me. Like I said, these are my top favorites. These are products that I wanted to pull, products obviously that I love. I don't want to recommend anything in this video that I'm like, meh, that's okay. These are products that I use consistently. I've repurchased, I will be repurchasing. I am going to be sharing my wish list video. I of course will have a haul video. I am a Rouge member at Sephora. I'm gonna have my cart ready to go on the 5th so I can place my order. So there's gonna be a lot of things that I am grabbing from the sale also, so stay tuned. I think my wish list video will be coming next. Let's kick it off with one of my favorite categories, which is lips. So there have been some new lip products that have come out recently that I just rave about. Talk about them all the time. One that I have on my lips right now is from Huda Beauty, and this is the Silk Balm. So this retails for $21. I don't know if you can see this, but I am like right here on this gloss. I have it on my lips today over a lip liner that I will also be recommending for the sale, but this is gonna go on my empties bin soon. Like I said, I'm wearing it today, and as I was putting it on, I'm like, like trying to get every last little bit out. So you're gonna see this in my wish list video. I'm planning to pick this up from the sale. It's kind of got that light pinky tone to it, but it is just, it's beautiful. It's really funny because when I first tried this gloss, I actually didn't like it, but I think the issue was I paired it with too dark of a lip liner, and I was like, I don't know. Paired with something more pink like what I have on today, or something more of like a lighter nude, that's just gonna be more of my jam. But since then, like, I wear this all of the time. It's like that very natural looking gloss, but makes your lips bigger. Every time I wear this, especially when I wear it with MAC Whirl, which isn't available at Sephora, but when I wear it with MAC Whirl, the comments are out of control. Like, what is your lip combo? What is your lip combo? I'm telling, like, the Silk Balm, really good. So there's that one, and there's also another one. I want to say like the Honey Balm or something like that. I might get both. I'm not sure. I might end up going for both. Well, I'm quite concerned of what my haul is going to look like, because I feel like I just keep adding things to my loves list, and I'm like, oh boy, Samantha. But another gloss that I really love, I've talked about this a ton. This is from Lawless Beauty, and this is the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. This retails for $25. Again, if you can see in this one, I've gone through a lot of this product. I actually have a backup of this one, which is great. So I won't need to purchase this one from the sale, but this is a fabulous one also. Once again, it's gonna be a very clear gloss, but this is one that makes your lips bigger. I don't feel any plumping, no, Samantha. I don't feel any tingling with this one. Like, I'm someone that never liked the Too Faced lip injection gloss. I hated how tingly and painful it made my lips. This, like, I don't feel anything, but it makes my lips look so much bigger. And it's just, once again, a gorgeous gloss. I compare it with so many different lip liners, and I think that it looks beautiful. These are my two most used glosses for sure, along with the Sigma lip oil. I think those are like my top 3 glosses that I wear, and I love them. And then also, so the lip liner that I'm wearing today is from Charlotte Tilbury. I have the one on in Pillow Talk today, which is just a really nice pink, you know, Pillow Talk, just your nice neutral pink from Charlotte Tilbury. But I highly, highly recommend, honestly, so much from Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, I tried to narrow it down for this video, but especially if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I like a lot of her products. Her wands, I think, are really great. They kind of go in and out of stock at Sephora. The contour wand, the blush wand, the highlight wand, anything else that I mentioned in addition to what I'm showing, I'll link everything down below. You know, those are affiliate links that we have in our description boxes, and if you guys shop, especially during something like the sale, I speak on behalf of all of us influencers. We thank you so much, because that's a really big deal for us, obviously. So I will link anything that I mentioned down below. Her wands are great. Her cheek products, I think, are really good too. But to me, Charlotte lips are just, they're everything. I love them. The lip liners, I'm actually thinking of repurchasing some lip liners in the sale because I just want more of them. Like, if I could only have one lip liner, yeah, it would be Charlotte Tilbury. Like, I really don't even have to think very hard about it. If I could only choose one for lip liners, it would be Charlotte Tilbury. They are just my favorite. They're so easy to apply, and they're so long wearing. So again, I have Pillow Talk on, and this is a full-size Pillow Talk. If you can see, it has been sharpened a lot. These retail for $22. And then I also love the lipsticks. The one that I pulled out, this is in Cover Star, which is one of the new shades. I'm not for sure if this is available at Sephora. I think the new shades are available there. But this is Cover Star, which is just a light nude. I do swatch her 4 new shades on my Instagram, which is March Beauty Word. And I think that this one is beautiful. Very Victoria is a favorite of mine. I have Pillow Talk, which I enjoy. I personally prefer the Matte Revolution from Charlotte Tilbury because I prefer more of a matte lip. But she also has her Kissing formula. JK Magic is a favorite of mine. I think that's a really beautiful shade. But her lip products to me are just like elite. They're favorites. If you haven't tried them and you can get a percentage off from the sale, I just try them. Just try them and let me know what you think. Really interesting to me. I feel like I've had several people in real life. I do live in an apartment complex here in Las Vegas, and so I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, which is quite fun for me. But I have had a lot of people ask me recently what foundations I would recommend, and I love getting asked these questions. It's always so fun for me. And these are the 3 that I constantly mention, and all 3 of them are from Sephora, so that's fantastic. But one of them is from Urban Decay, and this is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I've had quite a few people, both online and in real life, buy this because of my recommendation, and everybody has loved it. Well, I should say everyone in real life has loved it for sure. Not everybody who buys it online has told me their opinion, so I can't say for sure, but everybody from my real life who has bought this is like, Samantha, this foundation is everything. And I'm like, I know, I love it. So this retails for $29. The shade that I personally have is 41 Light Medium. It's a pretty good shade match for me, especially when I was a little bit more tan, when, you know, we were in like the really hot summer days here and I was outside all of the time. It was a little bit better. My tan is slowly starting to fade. I'm starting to look into self tanners. So this was a good kind of like summer shade, I would say, for me, if you are looking to kind of shade match if we're similar in tone. But it is going to be your medium coverage foundation, but it feels nice and lightweight. You know, it doesn't feel super heavy on the skin. It does give you a bit of a glow. When I first started trying this, I was a little bit more on the oily side. I've now turned more combo, leaning a little bit more to the dry side, but it never, even when I was oily, it wasn't too much. It wasn't too glowy. It wasn't, I didn't have to like re-powder my skin constantly throughout the day. It doesn't break up too quickly. I thought it was a really nice long wearing option, and I just think that it looks great. Like, this is one, anytime that I wear it, I'm like, yeah, my skin's gonna look good. An old favorite, this is from Dior, the Dior Backstage Face and Body. I consistently recommend this foundation. I have recommended it for years now, and I've been playing with it and I've been moving it around, but I wanna say I'm like halfway, if not a little bit more than halfway finished with this foundation, and I do not go through foundations very quickly. I have a large makeup collection. I'm constantly trying new products, but the Dior I constantly go back to. This is going to be more on your light coverage side. This honestly reminds me more of like not a tinted moisturizer, but what am I trying to say, more of like a skin tint. That's what this one reminds me of for sure, and I included it when I did a skin tint video because to me it's just that more light coverage. It's kind of like a your skin but better. It's very natural. It feels so lightweight on the skin. It feels like really like you're wearing nothing, and again, it's like your skin looks really natural except it's evened out. It's beautiful. This one to me isn't more glowy and it isn't more matte. It's that true like natural finish, which is one of my favorite types of foundations. So again, I've been recommending this for a long time. I have the shade 2.5N and this one retails for $40. And then another one that I love if you want a little bit more coverage, this one is from Fenty and this is the Eaze Drop, right? Am I saying that? The Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. So this one is called the Skin Tint, but to me, this one is gonna have more coverage than the Dior. This one retails for $30. Once again, even though it says Skin Tint, like I said, it has more coverage than the Dior. It's kind of more of that light to medium coverage, I would say. I don't really do full coverage foundations all that much. That's not really my jam, so kind of recommending, you know, all more of skin tints. Those were really big this year for sure, was the skin tints, but the one from Fenty, it really covers nicely. This is the one that I would say, I don't want to say it feels heavy on the skin, but if you're someone who really, really likes lightweight foundations, the other two might be best for you. This is one where like you can go overboard. I would recommend applying this with a sponge actually, because there have been a few times where I've used too much product and been like, oh, you know, like I can feel that I'm wearing that foundation. But this one does not move. When I first reviewed this, I said that I wore it through a like hot Pilates class, and I typically never wear makeup to the gym, never wear makeup to classes, but I kind of went to the class like spur of the moment, and I was having dinner with Michelle Wong afterwards, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna look crazy because I'm in this, you know, 100-degree room. My makeup had not budged, and I was like, what? So when I know that I'm gonna be going out for a long time, maybe I'm gonna be in the heat, maybe I'm gonna be at a club or something like that, I'll wear the Fenty because it is not going to move on me. The shade that I have is 6. This is a little bit light for me, so it's actually a little bit better for me right now. The Dior, like the Dior is just one of those that like always looks good. Like shade matching wise, like it's like never too dark or too light for me. I don't know, this is like a magical foundation. Seriously, I love it so much. So this one is a little bit more on the light side for me, but I can get away with it. Sometimes I'll mix other foundations in with it, but again, as I'm losing my tan, I'll probably be wearing this a lot more. But those are my top 3. Like I said, when people ask me what are my favorite foundations, those are the 3 that I'm always recommending. Let's stick with complexion here for a moment. I'll recommend 2 of my favorite powders. If you are not new to my channel, you absolutely know what I'm about to say. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Samantha, and I have a deep obsession with the Dior Powder No Powder. Deep obsession with the Dior Powder No Powder. I bought this kind of like on a whim when it came out, mostly because I love the Dior Backstage Face and Body so much. When they released the foundation, I was like, I don't know, you know, like I'll give it a try. It's $40, you know, it has a higher price tag, but I was like, sure, why not? I have the shade 3N. This is my second one. Used the first one all the way up. This is what my second one is looking like, and I just repurchased a third one. I did a Sephora haul pretty recently. I can link that one up in the cards, and I repurchased another one. I'm going to be buying multiples from the sale, because again, at $40, and I go through these because I typically wear makeup every single day. I wear the Dior Powder No Powder pretty much every single day. I did purchase the new Kosas powder in my latest Sephora haul. I've only used it a handful of times. It's too hard for me to say if I'm gonna recommend it yes or no yet. I feel like I still need to keep trying it, and especially in a recommendations video, this is where I really like to give you my top tippy top favorites, and that one is just so new, I can't really say yet. But the Dior Powder No Powder, you have seen it in videos where I try new makeup and I try new foundations that don't look great on me, and then I use this powder and it's like, wow, your skin looks great. I'm really happy for you. It is wild what this stuff does. I know, of course, I've seen some people say it doesn't work for me the best or what have you, but pretty much the majority of people that have bought this because of my recommendation have told me how much they love it. I've seen you guys panning it, going through it. It's just an absolute top standout product for me. I'm so glad that I just randomly decided to purchase this. Really trying to get, you know, Dior's attention. Maybe one day it will happen. It hasn't happened yet, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep buying them. So I'm probably gonna buy like 5 powders in the Sephora sale because I know that I'm gonna go through them. Another powder that I've been recommending for years from Charlotte Tilbury, this is her Flawless Finish Airbrush Powder. This one is $45. I use the shade 2 Medium. This is what I like to use on my under eyes. You can see, once again, I have pan in this product. I've used up another full size. This is just a great powder for the under eyes. It is a very, very lightweight powder, so I think it's perfect for setting the concealer, smoothing everything out on the other eyes. What other eyes, Samantha? Where you got eyes, girl? On the under eyes. And it's a little bit more on the brightening side. It's beautiful. Once again, you can use this to set your whole face. You know, a lot of people ask me when I hauled the Kosas, do I like the Kosas more or do I like the Charlotte Tilbury more? At this time, I would still have to say Charlotte Tilbury, but I've been using this product for years. I've put it under every single test, whereas the Kosas, I've used that one like 3 times now at this point. It's too hard for me to tell, which again is why that one is not being included in here. But the Charlotte Tilbury is like tried and true. I know that this one's not going to fail me. I can use it all over my face also. I just like to use the Dior all over my face because I like the 3N because it gives me a little bit of color also. But these are my 2 favorite powders. I can't be without them. I'll probably purchase another Charlotte Tilbury in the sale too, actually, just to have it. Speaking of some top favorites that I've been just raving about over the past couple months here, I had to include both of these mascaras from Lawless Beauty. Their one and done mascara from Rare Beauty. This is their Perfect Strokes mascara. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I looked it up beforehand because it doesn't say it on here and I can never remember what it is. But the Lawless Mascara, this one is $25. I'm going to be repurchasing both of these. I'm going to get one Lawless for sure. I'm probably going to get like 2, 3, or 4 of the Rare Beauty. I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm going through this mascara and I'm gonna need multiples of these. But the Lawless Beauty looks like so. It has a bit more of a wet formula. It has this little ball on the end of the wand to kind of help separate the lashes. Both of these do not transfer on me at all, which that is so key to me. This Lawless Mascara, you really do just need one coat and it's gonna make your lashes longer. It's gonna separate them. It's gonna make them darker. It's gonna give them some volume. It truly is like a one and done mascara and then it does not move. I did put these in a beauty battle, my last beauty battle, where I put 2 really similar products against each other and 2 products that I really like. And I say if I could only buy one, which would it be? So I did battle these out. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the video, I will link it if you want to check it out. I did say that I would pick the Rare Beauty. This one retails for $20. Like I said, I love them both. I'm repurchasing them both, especially with the 20% off. But the Rare Beauty just like does something to the lashes. I have it on today. I did an up close demo on my Instagram. It just does something to the lashes where it makes them look like fluttery and it just makes them look false lash-like. And it's just baffling to me how beautiful this mascara is. I don't know if I've ever been so in love with a mascara and I just think it's fantastic. And then once again, it does not move. I have called this mascara everything proof, which some of y'all, your minds really went there. There has been a time where I slept in my makeup in Vegas. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that moment, but it happened. And I was wearing this mascara and when I woke up and looked in the mirror, it was like everything was fine. It was like I hadn't just been sleeping and my mascara still looked great. I was like, I don't understand what is going on with this mascara. Like, it's wild to me. That is what I meant. I just didn't want to admit online that I slept in my makeup because I'm your skincare influencer of 2019 and I know that's something that you're not supposed to do, but one time. It happened to me one time, okay? And I've never let myself get past that. I'm very disappointed. It happened recently and I was very disappointed in myself, but the mascara still looked great the next day. Highly recommend both of those. I will be rebuying them. Talk about some eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 here that I want to recommend for the sale. 2. I have 2 here that I want to recommend from the sale. One of them being the Natasha Denona Retro palette. I'm cracking myself up today. So this is a newer palette from Natasha Denona. It is the mini size. So this retails for $65, so perfect time to be able to get a discount on some of these higher priced palettes. Once again, I did put this in my last beauty battle video. I actually compared this one with the Natasha Denona Love palette because that has been a favorite palette of mine for many years. But honestly, just Natasha Denona in general, huge fan. I just purchased the Mini Metropolis palette. That was in my last Sephora haul, which was also a try-on video. her mini palettes, I mean, even the bigger palettes, which are more expensive, once again, if there's a bigger one, the Biba, the gold, you know, anything like that that you've been thinking of getting, great to be able to get a discount with them. But I have just been loving the retro palette. I love these tones. Obviously, if these are not what you wear, this palette's not going to be for you, but she has so many options, and I love the Natasha formula. I love her mini palettes at $25, like, especially with the discount, like, that's just such a steal. But I highly recommend the retro. And then also from Patrick Ta, this was a palette that I purchased myself, and I went back and forth so much because it's a $68 palette, and I was like, like, should I get it, should I not, will I love it? Turns out I love it. So this is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. So inside, it's just a very neutral palette. You do have 2 cream shadows here, which I feel like that really like kind of stole the show for me. I've been very much more into cream products lately, and every time I go into this palette, I go into one of these cream shadows first and kind of lay it down as a base, and then you have a ton of these neutrals to choose from. You can mix and match. The shimmers are absolutely beautiful in the palettes. I was very impressed with this palette. I do think that it's expensive at $68, so being able to get it on sale, I think, like, would just be more fabulous. So these are 2 palettes I highly recommend. Some concealers that I've loved for a long time, the Armani Power Fabric Concealer. I believe I'm gonna be, yeah, I think I'm just gonna repurchase this in the sale. I believe this one is $34. I have the shade 3.5. I love this concealer. It spends a lot of time in my clutch because it's a perfect touch-up concealer. It is one that is so lightweight. You can blend it out with your fingers, even on the under eyes. I used to take this traveling with me quite a bit when I would be flying because it was such an easy product to just add a little on my under eyes and tap it out. It's almost kind of like one of those self-setting concealers where it was like, if I didn't have powder, oh well. So this just covers so beautifully. And even though it's so lightweight, it doesn't mean light coverage. It still has great coverage. Once again, I have hormonal acne, so if I need to just like touch up on the go, that's why this one is always in my clutch with me. But I know that I'm like scraping at it, so I think I'm just gonna repurchase another one of these. And another concealer that I love is from Nars. This is their Soft Matte Concealer, which retails for $30. I have the shade Light 2.5 in Creme Brulee. A pot concealer is a really great product to use for covering cystic acne, hormonal acne, a lot of redness. I really leaned on this Nars Soft Matte Concealer when I was going through some of my worst times of hormonal acne. Just like didn't want to get out of bed, especially didn't want to get on camera. I went into this concealer so often, and it just helped me out so much. So it's a great concealer in general. Again, I can wear it on my under eyes, but I mostly use it for covering acne, scars, redness, anything like that. So if you deal with that, I would highly recommend that you check out the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. A new product that I've been really loving is from Milk Makeup, and this is the Hydro Grip Eye Primer. That's what we're gonna say it is. I believe this one retails for $24. Yes, looking at my list next to me. So this is a primer for your eyelids, like for your eyeshadow, but also for concealer on your under eyes. And that is why I bought it. I was very curious about it. I reviewed it recently, either in a Sephora follow-up or my Makeup Monthly, but I said that I was really impressed with this. I put a little bit on my under eyes, I dab it out with my fingers, let it sit for a second or so, and then I come in with my concealer, and it makes my concealers go on so much smoother. They blend out so much smoother, the powder goes on smoother, and my concealer lasts for a longer amount of time. I'm not having to touch up as much, not having to touch up as quickly, so I've really been loving it for that reason. I don't really use this on my eyelids. I mostly just use concealer to act as my eye primer. But once again, I did use this in, was it my last trying new makeup, that I demoed this one in the video on YouTube also, so you could see how it works, and I zoom in so you can see the concealer on top of it. But this is a product that I've been really impressed with. Once again, nights or days where I know it's gonna be a long day or a long night, or I'm gonna be around a lot of people or doing a lot of photographing, I'm always gonna want to use this under my concealer because I just feel like it helps it last so much longer. Also, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, just for your face, is a really nice gripping primer. And also the Urban Decay, their foundation gripping primer, that is a really nice one too if you're looking for good face primers. I know I mentioned earlier that I really do like Charlotte Tilbury, her wands, like her Cheek to Chic blushes, things like that. But another complexion product or cheek product that I wanted to recommend is from Kaja, and this is their Sculpting Stack. So they have several different shade options. I have the 01 Butter Up, and inside you have a blush, and then you also have a highlight, And then you have a bronzer, which is a cream bronzer, which I clearly love very much because I have Panded and I can see myself using this all the way up. This one does retail for $25. Once again, kind of bought this a little bit on a whim. I like Kaja. I've been noticing that I like a lot of products from them. I also wanted to recommend their neutral stack, which is once again, a little stack like this, but a 3-pan eyeshadow stack, not palette, I guess. That retails for $21. I can't find it. It's somewhere around this Bermuda Triangle of an apartment where I lose makeup in, but that's also a really nice option. I've mentioned that in past favorites videos also, but this Sculpting trio, I've just been really impressed with. I love the little trio. I love that I can go in, do my bronzer, do my blush, do my highlight with them, and they're all really nice products, so definitely would recommend that from Kaja. All right, I want to finish off with some skincare recommendations. So from First Aid Beauty, I wanted to recommend their Ultra Repair Firming Collagen Cream. This retails for $42. I have used up a full size of it, and then I was so excited because First Aid Beauty sent another one in a PR package, and I was like, because I would have bought this. It's one of my favorite moisturizers. It really, like, when you use it consistently, you can start to notice a difference with your skin just looking a little bit more on that plumper side, which I highly appreciate. I'm 34 years old, so I definitely appreciate that. I'm a big fan of First Aid Beauty and a lot of their products. I actually have another one to recommend from them, and this is one of their masks. This is their Fab Pharma Calamine Pore Purging Mask. This one retails for $30. I use this pretty much weekly, sometimes twice a week, depending on how my skin is looking, because once again, struggling with hormonal acne. If you have a lot of redness on your skin, this is gonna be a great one to really calm that down. I immediately notice a difference when I use this mask. So a lot of times if I'm about to get ready and I know I'm gonna go somewhere pretty quickly, I will use this mask, then do my moisturizer and my skincare prep, then do my makeup, and it helps with the redness so much. So yeah, I've been using, like, if you can tell, I use it faithfully every week, if not more. You just need a small amount of product, and when you put it on, it is, you know, a little bit gritty. It is going to exfoliate, but it calms down that redness so much. So I've been a big fan of this one. Another skincare product that I've recommended for quite some time is from Tatcha. This is their rice polish. I use the one in deep. There are different options depending on what you need for your skin type. Tatcha is an expensive brand. You know, we're getting into holiday time. They have a bunch of different sets out there. You're gonna see a couple in my wish list video, and then you'll probably see them in the haul. But a lot of times I like to purchase Tatcha in these sets because again, I don't like to switch my skincare a ton, and I am on a prescription currently because of my hormonal acne. But you know, I do try new things and I get sent new products. So to even get smaller size products, you know, from something that's gonna be a little bit more expensive, I think that's a great deal. So Tatcha has a lot of those different sets. So I'd recommend looking through them if there's something that you like or you think it would be geared towards your skin type. I definitely would recommend. But the rice polish is another one that I use every single week. It's a dry powder that you pour into your hands and you get wet, and it kind of forms into a paste, and you apply it onto your skin. My skin is always so soft after I use it. It feels cleaner, not like that squeaky clean feeling, but it just feels cleaner and it looks better, brighter, all the good things. So I've been recommending this for a while, and it's always a part of my skincare routine. I'm a huge fan of Pharmacy. I recommend a lot of their products. I have the whipped greens on here, which is $28. This is what I grabbed out. I also love their green clean. I think that was in my last empties video that I've posted. I've gone through multiples of those. The whipped greens is a great cleanser. It's a little bit more of a thicker cleanser. If I'm doing a double cleanse, I usually will do the green clean first, or like a cleansing balm or oil first, and then I come in with this one, because not only is it getting, you know, rid of my makeup and clearing my pores and getting rid of all the dirt and grime and all the other things, but it's like one of those cleansers that's a little bit more like, has like kind of like, I was gonna say that whipped feeling, which makes sense. It's just thicker. It's kind of like a little bit luxurious, if you will, and I really like it. I'm a huge fan. Pharmacy, I'm such a fan of. Just so many of their products. I also love their mask, their honey mask. I just used that the other night. That's a really nice mask for hydration. I'm so impressed with Pharmacy. Tatcha. I think Pharmacy also has quite a few different sets for holiday that are coming out. Would definitely recommend checking over those. And then from Biossance, I'm also a big fan of their SPF. I get a lot of questions of what is my favorite SPF, especially where I'm living now and I'm outside a lot more. I'm always using SPF. I really love the one from Bliss, which I get at Target, and that one is a tinted SPF. But from Biossance, which you can get at Sephora, their Squalene and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen with SPF 30. This is a favorite of mine. I've gone through so many of them. I will be repurchasing them. I'm probably just going to repurchase another one at the sale because I know that I'm going to go through this one. So why not have a backup ready at 20% off? Because I go through these, especially because I'm wearing sunscreen every single day without fail for sure. So this one, it's not tinted. I personally love both Squalene and Zinc for my skin, especially dealing with acne. Both of those are really nice products for me, so I like having that in my SPF. It's just a favorite. I've gone through it so many times. I've recommended it so many times, so I highly recommend that from Biossance. After that, that is it for today's video. Those are my tippy top favorites. So many of these products I use on a daily or weekly basis or every other day, or they're just my absolute favorites that I would recommend you add to your cart for the Sephora holiday savings event. Starting today, November 5th, stay tuned. I will be doing my wish list video, and then you will see a haul from me coming very soon. But I would love to know, do you have any of these products? Are you planning to pick any of them up, or what are you getting from the sale? I of course would love to know. And as always, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.